Good morning. 5 minutes of funk, and here we are. R.O.B. the Czar. So, talking about the Kenosha Killer this morning, and you know, everybody pretty much knows the facts of this case. Young man Kyle Rittenhouse left mommy's house and went across state lines with a high-powered rifle, killed a couple of people, and it was self-defense or a stand your ground situation. I know it was of major significance was that he killed two white people, two white guys, and it does make a difference. Like if he would have killed two black people, I think the social outcry would have been even more intense than what it was, although it was still intense, and people weighed in on it. From the beginning, this was not even about justice for those lives that were taken. It was a political battle over liberal progressives and conservatives. So immediately from the onset, you had people saying, this guy's a cold-blooded killer versus no, this guy is actually a hero. He was there to help law enforcement. He was defending himself. Those people, the liberal progressives, were, agitators. They're villainous. They're destroying property. And then the other side is like, this guy is a vigilante. He's not law enforcement. And he was breaking the law already, being underage and possessing a weapon and crossing state lines. So this political pugilism was already taking place. And I can say for myself and those around me, other black people, I just say that we're not surprised with the outcome of the trial altogether. Um, the conservative judge and a conservative jury and a conservative courtroom, nobody was surprised. And what it all boils down to is in the court of law, it boils down to language. And so many times we talk about, the power of words, or some people try to downplay the importance of language and the effect that words have. In fact, like all of history as we know it is through language and how we decipher language. And language is constantly evolving and changing. And so the attorneys for Kyle Rittenhouse were able to manipulate the language and point out um, how the law can be interpreted as such to get the weapons charges that were charged against him thrown out. And the judge was all for it. He was happy to do it, And once those charges were, taken off the table, this guy was like, even though he did the whole song and dance, he had the crocodile tears. He did a terrible acting job as far as crying. It was what the conservative jury needed to see. It was live on TV for everybody to see, on full display how the thing was going to play out. And the message was clear. Um, at least in that region of the United States, it will not be tolerated. Any of the Black Lives Matter protesters, if they want to call themselves Antifa, anti-fascists, or anything else, you know, you white kids want to come out here and stand up for these Negroes or these black people or any other thing you want to call them, like you're going to be subject to our interpretation of the law. And if anything happens to you, then we have a system in place to make sure that we will uphold our way of living, and it's a broad spectrum across the board of how things really are right now. Um, there is no more justice in the United States. It never has been, but it's just a mock system. It's a political, pugilistic forum for people to get off, their points of view. And this young man, Rittenhouse, he's going to have a political future one day. Anyway, 5 minutes of funk. Glad to be here. December 31st. To some, it's New Year's Eve. To me, it's another day, a daily resolution, 24 hours at a time. Blow your mind. 5 minutes of funk with your boy. Peace.